next year. So a final go-round in their current building down in Birmingham. Now let's take a look at Arizona's starting lineup. Chase Budinger. Has there ever been a better start to a career? Statistically, no way. Marcus Williams. Ivan Radenovich is going to play the center position again tonight. Jawan McClellan, Bob talked about him in the previous segment. Perfect the other night. And Mustafa Shakur, along with Lute Olson in his 24th season with Arizona, 171, 178 with the Wildcats. So the Wildcats tonight trying to make it 3-1 on the season, coming in 2-1. And now it's time to look at Bob Elliott's game plan. Bob?
You play against a team like Samford that likes to take the air out of the ball. You got to get an early lead, establish the distance, take them out of their element. Second of all, when they start running all their offensive scheme, you have to be disciplined defensively. They're going to try a lot of back cuts. Watch for that. Third, but not last, but not least, bench play. Who's going to establish themselves on the Arizona roster to be players 6, 7, or 8, and Lute Olson's playing rotation? Watch the bench this evening.
Well, let's go right to the source right now. Lute Olson commented on the amount of minutes being distributed this time of year.
We look at where can we get our most experience. Why, it's obviously with Kirk healthy enough to give us 20 or 25 minutes or something. But there may be times we go small. But I'm not sure that that's going to be the right thing for us in the long run. There's still a lot of decisions to be made. That's why you play, your non-conference games, I guess.
And speaking of non-conference games, the next one after the holiday break will be against the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and we'll have it for you on Tuesday night at 8:30 right here on Fox Sports Net Arizona. So 5th ranked Arizona getting ready to go against Samford. First time ever between the two schools. Before we get to them, let's talk to Sean Mooney. Sean.
All right, Dave, as you mentioned at the top of the show, in that game against New Mexico State, guys coming off the bench, players like Nick Wise, J.P. Prince, and Jordan Hill did not get a lot of minutes on the court. Well, the big reason for that, the coaching staff not happy with their effort. As a matter of fact, they told Nick Wise when he came off, "You're not ready to play." Well, before the game, I spoke with Nick. He said, I admit I was not exactly as focused as I should have been. He said, tonight, that is not going to be a problem. So expect to see these guys fired up when they come off the bench tonight. Back to you guys.
Bob, we don't know this specifically, but you take a look at freshmen. You can recall being a freshman. This is an entirely different kettle of fish than high school basketball, where you were good enough. If you're playing at Arizona, you were good enough to take a night off mentally in high school, but you can't do that here.
Not at this level, not at all. You must be ready at all times to put it into first gear. Someone I want to watch in a jump ball. Chase Budinger is jumping. He's been usually a little late getting up to get to the tip, so he's trying to get there a little quicker this time. He still didn't time it. Jumping center is a timing issue. Not who can jump highest.
Williams drives the baseline, and just 6 seconds into the contest, we have our first foul.
I would say that Marcus is sending a message to the other team that say, yes, it's going to be an aggressive game today. Took the opening, see the pass from McClellan. Watch him go straight to the hole. Non-stop, going right to the rim. Said if you want it, you got to come get it. Would have been nice to make that free throw, though.
That would have been very helpful to get the night underway. You see Marcus with 14, nearly 15 points per game. Should have got half of his shots. And that one is unforgiving. But Chase Budinger in the neighborhood tips it in. He's got the 2. And Arizona takes the original lead. And
shot clock did not start when the ball was inbounded. That's why the lead official, Don McAllister, said, hold on now. Started back. He's going to add a few more seconds to it. So watch how this 34 went back to 35. Now what are they going to do? They got to take some time off of it.
Well, they're going to give him the basketball at half court. It's saving 3 or 4 seconds.
Now they put it. Here you go.
There
goes the clock.
Right.
33. Take some time off. Say it took you basically 2 seconds to bring the ball in, bring it to this point at half court. Now inbound it. Everything's back to normal. All this drama after 10 seconds of basketball.
We've already had a foul, and we've already had a equipment malfunction. But here we go.
Well, it's not a wardrobe malfunction.
Those are dangerous and expensive. We don't want the FCC visiting us tonight.
And Arizona comes out in a zone, which is a good move because that does not allow Samford to run their Princeton-style offense.
Yeah, in case you're not up to speed on this, Samford is going to run a very slow down, deliberate game tonight as Budinger makes his second field goal attempt, and it's 4-0 in favor of the Wildcats. So the young man from San Diego, California, making quite a splash in the desert.
A change in the 1-3-1. Remember, down on the bottom, the other night it was Shakur going back and forth. Now you got Budinger going back and forth, running the baseline.
Radenovich with his rebound. McClellan back to Shakur at the point.
Kick it out. There you
Into
go.
Williams. Williams uses the glass. This time he puts it down. Arizona ahead 6-0.
And this is the kind of a start that Arizona needed, that quick lead. However, Arizona's taken quick early leads against Virginia, against NAU, against New Mexico State, and they've always let, in all three of those games, the other team come back into the game. So you've got to get the early lead, keep it, and there's nothing wrong with it, adding to it.
Not at all. Gee, when Samford's having trouble finding the net. Get the ball back up the top. Jerry Smith. Around the perimeter. They will be deliberate. This is a team that's programmed to look for the perfect shot. Very patient. Drive, kick it back outside. Here's Smith again. He's going to get help. Here's the shot, this time by Galena. Instead, it's a pass. Good defense by Arizona. And a travel. So Arizona's defense causes the Bulldogs to turn it over on the walk. Out of bounds to Arizona.
Yeah, so far, Arizona has not changed defenses. The 1-3-1, it's working. Sometimes you say we'll change it up to give them a different look. I've always been one to say, if they haven't figured out how to go against it yet, keep it going.
McClellan along the baseline with a miss. And the ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. Bob, with the Bulldogs yet to score in just over 2 minutes of play, it reminds us very much of a wishbone team that's very deliberate. They get too far behind, you just can't catch up.
They practice all the time playing as if they're ahead. All of a sudden get them behind, they're like a fish out of water.
Nice move as Budinger left his feet. Three-pointer as we go. Marcus Williams on the backside. Long pass. It's going to be picked off by Smith. Turnover by Arizona. That's going to put him in the doggy house. And the foul is drawn. Nice drive to the bucket by Randall Galena. And he will go to the free throw line. Well, Samford from Birmingham, Alabama. It's the largest private school in the state of Alabama. They got about 4,500 students. They're building a brand new 4,000-seat arena there. They're in the Ohio Valley Conference, as we mentioned.
Well, that's amazing because here we are at University of Arizona, which has somewhere around 35,000 undergraduate students. And Samford is coming in a strong 4,000. Their gym seats about 4,500.
Just let everybody out of class. The whole school's there.
It's almost like in high school.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're going to have a pep assembly in the high school gymnasium.
Well, it's a school that does very well on the academic side. As Radenovich trying to define the odds of probability not getting the ball in the hole. Instead, Marcus Williams does. Williams with 4 points. Budinger with 4 points, and the Cats lead at 8-2.
And the zone is still there. Now, Arizona shifts it around just that they brought Marcus Williams down on the bottom and put Budinger out on the wing. Same 5 people, just playing different spots in the 1-3-1.
Galena looking for help.
And again, watch Marcus run the baseline, back and forth. He has to challenge that shot. And that's not a bad move because that's a tough spot to play. You saw that time the ball went to the far left. Marcus has to go all the way out there. It goes to the far right, gets the ball all the way out there. So you do want to switch that spot up, not make one guy go long distance, like a cross-country runner or something.
Well, Joe Ross Merritt's the Bulldog who went long distance, and now along the baseline, Budinger again. So Chase with 6, Cats with 10, Bulldogs with 5. That's where we are with 16 minutes, 5 seconds to go. First half of McHale Center.
Chase just plays with so much composure. It's hard to believe the young man's just a freshman.
It's a good test for the Wildcats as this time Joe Merritt misses. Williams along the baseline again, kicks it outside. Juwan 7 for 7 on Sunday with 3-point shots. Back out to Budinger. Cats will slow it down, going to their half-court offense. Nice pass down to Williams. That's what Mustafa needs to do, and he's getting it done early tonight.
Yes, he is. Good look, thread the needle, caught Marcus Williams right under the hole for a nice, easy dunk. Arizona with a 7-point lead early in this contest.
So here come the Bulldogs again, trying to sink their teeth in the Wildcats. Down, nice reverse jump, doesn't go. Radinovich with another rebound, shot missed by Peterson. Stop it, drives, kicks it back to Radinovich, off balance, puts it up. Not his best shot ever. Rebound by Travis Peterson, who just missed the shot. The center, he's from Glendale in Arizona, went to Mountain Ridge High School, Interstate 10.
Yeah, this game for Samford was Peterson's game to come back home. Because travel-wise, this is by far the furthest game that they're going to go.
I'll tell you what, though, Bob, taking a look at their schedule, they opened at Florida.
Oh, yeah. I saw that game.
They play a big schedule. They got Ohio State on their schedule. So this, very much for a small school with a big schedule. Nice shot. Lamoureux.
The new model year is off to an exciting start at the Chrysler Premier event. See the debut of our first SUV, the new Chrysler Aspen, and the all-new Sebring sedan. They join the new, more powerful Pacifica, the Town & Country, with stow-and-go seating, and the award-winning Chrysler 300 with available all-wheel drive.
Now get $3,000 combined cash allowances on 2006 Chrysler 300C.
See 300 and the rest of our new lineup at the Chrysler Premier event.
FSN Arizona is throwing a Duel in the Desert preview party the night before the big game. Friday, bring an unwrapped toy to the Fox Sports Grill to be eligible for great prizes. And if you can't be there, watch the Duel in the Desert preview show live at 6:30. It all starts this Friday. Coming up after tonight's game on Quest Wildcats Live, get a complete breakdown of Arizona's showdown with Samford, with in-depth analysis and player interviews, plus reactions from the post-game news conference. Only on Quest Wildcats Live, tonight after the game.
Jason Terry, where's number 31? Because he has 31 ways to score. Oh! Jason Terry for the lead.
The votes are in. Now, we reveal the games you selected as the 10 greatest ever televised on FSN Arizona. The countdown continues with the last-second shot by Jason Terry in 1999 that gave the Wildcats a thrilling victory over number 3 ranked Stanford. Game number 7, Monday at 7:30 on FSN Arizona.
The best damn sports show period, tonight on FSN.
Early in the contest, Arizona 7 points better than Samford, 14:35 remaining in the half. Immediately following the game is the Quest Wildcats Live post-game show. Join our host tonight, Todd Walsh, Mr. Elliott, and Sean Mooney for all tonight's highlights and player interviews. That's the Quest Wildcat Live post-game show, only on FSN Arizona. Mr. Mooney. Sean.
Chase Budinger right here, and I talked to him before the game about getting the Pac-10 honor, Player of the Week. I said, you know, with all these accolades and awards you got in high school, what does this one mean? And he said, you know, all that stuff I got before is behind me now. It's all in front of me, and this kind of tells me that I've arrived, that I can play at this level. And that's about as far as he would go, because he's a pretty humble guy, and he wants to do a lot more here in the Pac-10.
Well, in Dorothy terms, he's taken 2 steps on that yellow brick road. He's got a lot ahead of him.
You know, but that is a question that you have, regardless how many accolades you have in high school.
They're gone.
You know in the back of your mind, this is a different level, a different deal. And there's that part of you that says, you know, am I able to really perform at the Division I level? And the second step is perform extremely well. And so far, Chase has performed extremely well.
Williams, who performed pretty well as a freshman, goes to the hoop, puts it up and in. Well, Arizona's distributing their scoring between 2 players so far. Marcus Williams has 8, Chase Budinger has 6, Arizona has 14. Pretty simple.
Well, you got the 2 guys on the wings, and they're both almost like clones. They both can slash the basket, they both can pass, and both shoot the outside shot. So have those 2 guys on the wings really helps.
Shot missed. Put back, nicely done. Good work underneath by Travis Patterson. Peterson make that with his first 2 points of the night. McClellan nearly lost the handle. Radinovich way high post. Cats having trouble passing now. You saw a moment ago the exchange between Shakur and McClellan was not crisp, and then his pass to Radinovich went off of Yvonne's hands out of bounds. So a turnover on the Wildcats gives the Bulldogs the basketball. Into the ball game for Samford. Curtis West, a guard out of Baton Rouge, went to Redemptorist High School down in the Cajun State. Samford again working it around. Back into the corner. West kicks it back outside. Shot taken this time by Smith. Does it go? Budinger gets the rebound for the Cats. Quick outlet to Williams at the other end. Shakur down deep into Radenovich. A nice pass by Shakur. Two excellent passes into the low post. Arizona with another 2 points.
The spacing for Arizona made that play because the guys are so spread out. You have to honor the three-point shot, which allows Radenovich a whole lot of room inside to make himself available to get the pass. Nice delivery on the pass. Good finish by Radenovich.
Cats lead at 16-7, exactly what they were hoping to do. Ball knocked off, or out of bounds, I should say, by Budinger. So the Bulldogs will have the possession when we resume. Brian Friday in for Samford. He replaces Jason Black. As you take a look at Jimmy Talit.
I'm surprised Lute hasn't done more substitutions early in the game like this with the lead that he has, because you have to develop the bench. You got to find out which of the guys can fit in with these 5 starters here.
Shot missed. Regathered by Williams is off to a pretty good start tonight with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Not even 10 minutes into the game. Budinger for 3 off target.
His release on that was a little crooked. You can see his hand not going straight to the hole.
Mustafa backs in, turns around, puts it up and in. Several good assists. Nice little movement to the basket. So Shakur off to a good start tonight.
Jimmy Talit said he has seen enough.
Yep.
He said, nope, they're off to an 18-7 start. Nice fast start by Arizona. They're hitting on all cylinders. Watch this pass come, slide right in there to him. Drop step, good move. And then you have Mustafa spin, say, okay, I got a shorter guy on me. I'm gonna shoot a little 10-footer right over him. Just elevate right over the defender, let it go, and he's feeling pretty good. So far, Arizona's played pretty well. But see, this has not been the problem. The 5 starters have played well. It's when Lute has gone to the bench and tried to find somebody or somebodies to fit in with these guys. So now, here's your first substitution. Daniel Dillon gets the call today.
So Dillon gets, as you take a look at the Arizona bench, and it was 10 years ago, Miles Simon was on the cover of Sports Illustrated clutching a basketball. Now he wants to send hello to Keisha at home. She'll be 6 on Saturday. Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday, baby.
All right, here they come again. The Bulldogs working the perimeter. And boy, do they work it. 3-point shot from the corner. Does it go? Williams with another rebound.
Good weak side rebound. Remember, 70% of the shots go to that side.
And now the 3-point shot at the other end. That doesn't fall. Put back by Jawan McClellan. Great break to the bucket by McClellan.
Another advantage of Arizona having 5 guys out on the perimeter or 4 with the center is that it gives you a better avenue, as Jawan had that time, to find a path to get to the offensive glass.
Bob, the Wildcats are on a 12-2 run and have advanced the score to 20-7. Still looking for a hole in the Arizona defense. Wildcats getting a good taste of this. They'll be seeing it later on twice in the league this year, probably. Very deliberate styled offense. Another 3-point bomb. That's good. Wow. Jerry Smith hit that from well beyond NBA lengths. Now Jawan right back at the other end. He missed the 3-point shot. There's a foul. And we'll see about... The foul is on Joe Ross Merritt. It is a second. But here's Marcus Williams spotting up. And McClellan putting it in. Cats by 10.
It's coming in 4 days to FSN Arizona. First at 4, the Sun Devils and Wildcats collide in the unforgiving showdown for state bragging rights, Duel in the Desert. At 7:30, the action shifts to the hardwood as ASU takes on the Iowa Hawkeyes. Then, stay tuned for the Duel in the Desert postgame report, presented by Chevy, for a complete analysis of a battle between ASU and Arizona. All the action begins this Saturday at 4 on FSN Arizona.
Nissan asks, what's your resolution? More capability, style, power, space. How about saving money during Nissan's National Year-End Sales Event? Save $3,200 on the 2006 Nissan Altima Special Edition. This offer ends soon. Get to your Nissan dealer now and resolve to save.
Apocalypto means a new beginning. Unfortunately, to have a new beginning, something else has to end. It's the story of a man who is taken to be sacrificed to the gods against impossible odds. He's got to get back to save his family.
Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. Rated R. In theaters December 8th.
Cats have doubled up on Samford, 20-10, 10.5 to go in the first half. Hey, Sports Ultimate Nightly Highlight Show is here. The FSN Final Score, every great highlight, every unforgettable moment. Every night on FSN. It's the only national show that gives you nothing but wall-to-wall highlights. The FSN Final Score tonight at 10:30 on FSN Arizona. Sean Mooney, what have you got for us?
Well, Dave, you know, we've seen an occasion where these guys will get up on a big lead on a team and then seem to let up on the pedal. I was speaking with Josh Pastor. Says what gets so frustrating for the coaching staff is when things like that happen, when they're not following up on shots, when they're not playing good defense. It's not a matter of talent, because they believe they have the most talented team in the country. It's all a matter of effort, and then just not making the effort. So that, to them, is the most important thing. So when you see them get upset, that's the focus of it.
Well, I'll tell you who's putting out the effort tonight. That's Marcus Williams, already with 10 points and 4 rebounds, and emphasize the 4 rebounds. Lute Olson's going to like that a bunch.
But when you play small ball, a lot of perimeter players, rebounding is critical. You're smaller to begin with, so you have to make sure that you get on the glass. Timeout
called by the Bulldogs as the turnover. Offensive foul. So Arizona get the ball out of bounds as they run quite a trap. Let's see if we can get this. There it is right there. Oh, yeah. That's something you might see Saturday across the street.
Yeah, right in front of Lute. You know, he's going to voice his displeasure without a doubt. Oh, yeah. Man, that was a playground move all the way. He carried it. He dribbled it, held on to it up in his hand, and then kept going.
No can do.
No, not in this life.
All right, here's our trivia question tonight. It's brought to you by Remax. What is the highest points per game average Arizona has ever finished a season? What's the highest points per game average with which Arizona has ever finished a season? We'll tell you in a few minutes. Get your calculator out.
And another zone by Arizona. This time just a straight 2-3.
West trying to find an outlet, gets it to Smith. Smith hit a big out three-pointer a moment ago. Ball off of Buttinger, out of bounds. It'll be for the Bulldogs when we resume. So far this year, the Cats, through their 3 games, including Sunday against New Mexico State, have averaged 97.7. 54% of their shots overall, 45 from three-point range.
When you play fast break basketball, your percentage for shooting should go up because you're going to end up with a lot of transition offensive baskets, which is usually layups. Right. So that's going to help that percentage go up.
Shot taken by Peterson. He was one of the Ohio Valley Conference selections preseason all-conference. Nice putback. Marcus Williams, 12 points, 5 rebounds, and we're just getting underway. 8 minutes, 43 seconds remain in the first half.
You have to appreciate Marcus's effort this evening so far. Really getting after it, being aggressive, on the glass. There's been some talk about, you know, people wondering about where his head is. I think you see where his head is right there. It's in the Arizona pocket.
Putback doesn't go. Everything going for the Wildcats now as Marcus Williams has his 6th rebound. Shakur along the baseline, and he will go to the free throw line. The shot will not fall. So Stoff. And interesting, Bob, as we take a look at Mustafa drive on this particular play, he realizing that what his role is, score when you can, but it's really to quarterback this ball club down the court and get the ball into the hands of those who can score. And he certainly has some opportunities.
When someone like Marcus Williams or Chase Bunninger get the defensive rebound, if they start dribbling up the floor, at that point, they almost resume the position of point guard, as if the Mustafa to get down the floor and turn into a shooting element for the squad.
Bogdanovich out, and Mr. Brillmeyer in, who's got six pieces of nice twine in his chin after Sunday's contest. So Brillmeyer in.
Well,
and so was Mr. Wise.
Yeah, we talked about Lute trying to find that planned rotation. The 6 guys, when Dillon came in to become the 6th guy, that little squad there did a good job. So Lute has to like the way that Daniel Dillon, his chemistry fit in with everybody else. Now Brillmeyer gets a chance to see how he fits in.
Buttinger with the rebound for the Wildcats. Samford has taken 11 of their 19 shots from outside the circle. Williams walked before he dribbled. It will be a turnover against the Wildcats. When we come back, the Bulldogs will have the ball out of bounds, but they got a mountain to climb. 26-10 to the Wildcats.
Lovely. Thank you. He went to Jared. He went to Jared.
You went to Jared?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times the selection of ordinary jewelry stores, from the classic to the contemporary, so you'll find the perfect gift.
Exquisite form, wonderful line.
Thank you. He went to Jared.
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry.
Hey, it's me, Mark. Still living in my center for 7 days. Tonight, I'm having my buddies over, so I thought I'd get the place all cleaned up.
You only put in $5.29.
Look, man, the sign says free car wash with fill-up, and that's what I did.
But you only put in $5.29.
I've been driving this car around for 4 days. It only cost me $5.29 to top it off. Look, do you want me to start to make funny noises?
Next.
I win. My next generation Nissan Sentra.
What happened?
Can you help us?
We're stuck in a rut. No problem. I'd recommend my new buttermilk biscuits. Either sausage, egg, and cheese or bacon, egg, and cheese.
Huh?
They're stuck in a rut.
You tell them about your new breakfast?
Yeah, I took care of it.
We are back at McHale Center. Arizona up over Samford, 26-10. And before the break, and he's back in, Brett Brillmeyer. If you remember the other night, boy, he took a shot to the mouth with an elbow. His tooth went through his lip. And I spoke with the trainer, Justin Kokoski. Now, you talk about one tough individual. He took 6 stitches, 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside, a couple in between. They had a couple of doctors sew him up in the locker room. He wanted to go right back in, but Justin said he lost so much blood they were afraid to get him on the floor. Back to you guys.
Thank you. Follow up on that, Sean. The first thing he said to Lute Olson when Lute saw him after the game was, "Can I practice tomorrow?" Did not want to miss a minute.
Well, Brett knows he's in the look to get one of those 6, 7, 8 man playing rotation spots.
Nice shot that time by Jerry Smith, although Marcus Williams is applying the defensive pressure.
So when the door opens up for opportunity, you do not want to slam behind you. So he's going to take advantage of it. You see him out there now. Brett may not be the most talented guy on this bench, but he may be the best postman to fit in with the other perimeter players on this squad.
Ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. 26-13. Cats remain doubled up over their opponent. First time ever between the Ohio Valley Conference team and the Cats. Field goal percentages, well, it tells pretty much why the Cats have twice as many points.
Skip pass. Back to another skip pass.
And a walk. Jerry Smith walked before he dribbled. Hey, Sun Devil fans, you're invited to FSN Arizona's Duel in the Desert preview party at the Fox Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Friday. This Friday, 5:30. Come out and show your school pride and even be part of the show when we go live beginning at 6:30. The party will also serve as a holiday toy drive for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metropolitan Phoenix. For every unwrapped toy you bring, you'll receive a raffle ticket to be eligible for drawing to win tickets to the game, a catered Phoenix Holiday Suite, and other kinds of great sports memorabilia. And for all you Wildcat fans up there, go over there and greet your Sun Devil fans too. You guys can have a nice chat on Friday. Perhaps you can wager a cold beverage or two and get ready for Saturday's game, which will be seen right here on Fox Sports Net, 4 o'clock Sunday. The Cats and the Sun Devils gridiron football right here. Three-point shot made by the Bulldogs makes it 28-16. And it is going to be quite a show on Saturday. Dillon with the miss. Grillmeyer with the big jump, and ball out of bounds off of Randall Galena. So out of bounds to Budinger.
That offensive board by Brett will bring good marks from the coaches during this audition to try to get into that player rotation. If he can just come in and get a couple boards, keep the ball alive offensively, he'll help.
Budinger dribbles into the lane. Jump, twist, stop, turn, up, and it went.
And this group of 5 is playing pretty well. And still, Arizona sticking with the zones. This time, the traditional 2-3. Brett man in the middle. He might be 6'6", but he's got to be the big fella in the middle.
Three-pointer, Dillon hangs in there and gets the rebound. Nice position by Daniel.
Really cut.
Yep. Budinger. Little drive. Off balance. Puts it up on the glass. Fluid. Under 5 to go in the half.
They call him smooth operator.
Boy, no kidding. It's not fair, Bob, for us to try to forecast what this young man's basketball career might be like. Shot misses. Rebound pulled down by Nick Wise. Shortest guy on the court with a big rebound.
You know, his outlook professional is even stronger in volleyball.
Yeah.
But there's no way he'll be able to make the amount of money in volleyball that he'll be able to make in the NBA.
Correct. Nick Wise with a three-point shot gets people electrified in the building. But it's interesting to note there'll be so much speculation about how long he is likely to be in college in this modern era. And the imagination does not have to travel too far to project what he might do if he stays 4 years here. It would be remarkable. Three-point fire by Galena, misses. Problem with this Princeton offense, I guess, would be the basketball equivalent of the West Coast offense, only a lot different. As Nick Wise and the Wildcats will take a break. But Wise off the bench and dead on with his first three-point shot. Cats lead it 35-16. We'll be back.
Nice and easy. Hey, guys. Hustle up! Let's go! Come on! Way to go. Good job.
Hi folks, Dave Hoffman here. At Hoffman Motors, you can always get a great deal without jumping through any hoops. Like this 2006 Chrysler PT Cruiser, just $12,990. Just $12,990. Indoor shopping, warehouse pricing. It's not a myth, it's Hoffman Motors.
No curb appeal. Hate the color. Oh, honey, this is it.
What you got there is an infestation.
A lot of life happens in your car. 76 quality Pro Clean gasolines help clean your engine as you drive.
The paint wasn't so bad.
So you can focus on more important things. 76 quality Pro Clean gasolines.
Hi folks, Dave Offmuth here. At Offmuth Motors, you can always get a great deal without jumping through any hoops. Like this Pontiac Sunfire with a moonroof, just $79.90. Just $79.90. Indoor shopping, warehouse pricing. It's not a myth, it's Offmuth. Offmuth Motors.
Arizona rolling along here at McHale Center over Samford, 35-16. You may be wondering why we haven't seen J.P. Prince on the floor yet. Well, he is not even on the bench this evening. He was not at shoot-around. I used all my investigative skills, guys, to try and find out exactly what was going on with J.P. But I did find out that it was not or is not a disciplinary action. But he is not here tonight. Over to you guys.
All right. Since you're playing the game of Clue, we've eliminated the library and the lead pipe. So continue on, Sean.
As the Wildcats turn, a new soap opera.
Curtis West turning it. The Wildcats left one open in the corner, and they don't pay for it. As the shot was missed by Smith, Budinger on the floor gets it to Wise. 35-16, 3 minutes, 5 seconds remain in the first half. I'm Dave Sitton, on Bob Elliott and Sean Mooney. Hoping you all have a great Thanksgiving weekend. We'll see you again Tuesday night when UNLV is here. Daniel Dillon here right now with the basketball behind the arc. Wise sets off the screen by Brillmeyer, puts it down. And there's going to be a foul on Samford. I believe that Ryan Friday was irritated by Brillmeyer's screen. Let's take a look. Number 13 right there.
Shot goes up. Watch down low on the left side. You can't see the little extra activity. Wise this time in today's game has come off ready to play. No doubt about it. There were some questions about that in the last game that was played against New Mexico State. If he was focused when he got into the game, no doubt about it today.
So Brillmeyer sets the pick at the top of the screen. Watch 13 and number 40. Yeah, just
send him off into the
Now that's
crowd.
what you do on Saturday to open up a hole. Get the defensive guy out of there. As Mustafa Shakur gets it to Wise. That time he doesn't get it. McClellan underneath, brings it down, puts it up, scores the 2. And Bob, his points, 21 of them on the perimeter on Sunday. Tonight, jumping in both times, following up shots deep in the paint. So Jawan's showing he can score from anywhere on the floor.
Showing that versatility.
Well, he muscles right in there. He's got great sense around the ball. If the Bulldogs, Joe Ross Merritt misses the three-point shot. Budinger and the Wildcats on a 12-0 run. Shakur, fresh off the bench, gets it to Budinger. The freshman puts it off the glass and in.
Old school.
Wow.
Use the glass. Put some Windex up on that glass.
He is with that shot, he's just a couple of minutes away from slipping on some old Converse Chuck Taylor high tops.
I'm telling you.
Which is owned by the same company now that they're wearing. So you can say that.
Yep, the old black Chuck Taylors, high tops.
You got it with that nice big ball on the inside.
And they were heavy. Like weighted shoes.
Back outside it goes. Shot by Peterson. He misses it. McClellan, what a workhorse tonight. He's got 4 boards.
Spacing.
Stop penetrates. Bounce pass down into the low post. Radenovich converts it. Ivan with 4 points and 5 rebounds so far tonight. And the Cats making it 44-16 against Samford. And Arizona's defense so stingy tonight. Nice little run to the bucket.
But see, there's now, you go to a man-to-man, and right away Samford scores by running the Princeton offense, which they feel more comfortable on with the backdoor cuts.
Yes, and I want to explain what I meant a moment ago about the reference to the San Francisco offensive football. Wise in and out and gathered across the way by Joe Ross Merritt. It's a regional offense, and as far as Princeton's offense goes, it's become the East Coast type of slowdown offense. And actually, even the Bulldogs, nominated themselves the Princeton offense. All about monikers, in other words. Curtis West.
You have to watch the backdoor cuts.
Yep. Budinger with the rebound. Of course, this whole Princeton offense is predicated on making good shots, finding good shots, and knocking them down. So far tonight, it's been very difficult for the Bulldogs to see the basket, get some good shots, and as a result, they are now trailing 44-18. All right, here was the Remax trivia question. What is the highest points per game average Arizona has ever finished a season? And your answer, 19.8. That was the 97-98 team. That's 1 year after the national championship. Jason Terry was at the wheel that year. And so was that young man. No, Jason Gardner came after that. That's right. Gardner was a couple years after that. It was nice to see Jason's jersey anyway.
That's
Here's
right.
Chase Bundinger tonight.
Oh, yes. Little hesitation, pump fake, take the two-pointer, penetrate to the hole, pull up and shoot. Again, catch and shoot, get the nice pass off the glass and in. Earlier this year, Chase was having problems by over-penetrating. Now all of a sudden, he's taking the one dribble, pulling up and shooting the J. Mustafa gets a chance to run the spread offense. It's good. At the buzzer, 46-18.
The half ends with a pirouette by Shakur, and two more for the Wildcat point guard.
And the bench play, 3 for 3, 100%, give him the A. And back in the old days, did the teacher put the little star on your paper, make you feel good? One thing about the bench play, though, even though Wise scored well, remember, these guys come off the bench are not going to be judged by how many points they score. It's going to be how well they fit in with the 5 starters. Daniel Dillon played 9 minutes. During the time he was on the floor, the lead got even longer, and the group looked good. Same thing with Brett Brillmeyer. He got in the game. Things look good. You see Chase Bundinger's first half output 6 for 7. You know, the young man is taking consistently good shots from the field, and therefore you increase your chance to shoot a higher percentage. Same with Marcus Williams, 7 for 9. These two guys are like clones. You put them on the 2 wings and just let them go. As long as they stay within the offensive concept that Coach Lute Olson has.
They could develop as one of the great wing combinations in the country, and it's a freshman and a sophomore we're talking about.
That's right.
All right, the Cats have the basketball. As they started, Shakur's pass goes into the seats. Joe Ross Merritt, 5 in the middle of the screen. Gabe Chase, he went to Bishop McGinnis High School in Oklahoma City. It's quite an eclectic recruiting pattern by Samford. There are just, well, actually there's just one player from the state of Alabama, Matt Robertson. Williams misses, but Radenovich is there for the board. Back out to Shakur, his first 3-point shot of the night. A little bit light. Radenovich just clearing out the boards tonight. He's got 7 rebounds already. That's a missed shot. Bundinger pops it back up. Finally, the Wildcats cede the ball back to Travis Peterson, who's from Glendale, Arizona, but plays for Samford. No scoring yet here in the half. 46-18. Samford's first chance with the basketball here in the second half. As Bob mentioned before, Arizona's zone defense has kept their shooting. Well, it's made it very difficult for them, put it that way.
Instead of showing the 1-3-1, they showed the 2-3. You have to protect this part in the middle.
And that's the guy that Lute Olson was talking about, Randall Gulina. He makes Arizona pay. That's what they do. They're very patient. They wait for you to go find, double team one guy, throw it to the guy who's open. That time was Gulina. He, by the way, has 8 points tonight. Radenovich turns around, goes to the bucket. He is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Sidebar going on by the Arizona players. Make sure they know what's going to happen. That after you make these free throws, we go back into defense X.
20 of 25 from the field. He has scored in double digits in the first 3 games of the year, and he's getting ever so much closer to making it 4 in a row. But he's headed for a double-double, 5.7 rebounds already. So that he can shoot 2s and 3s. You get there pretty quick. He gets 7 rebounds already this early in the game. He got a pretty good shot. And he makes both free throws. He has 6 points. The Cats extend their lead 48-21. And on the subject of Yvonne, we might as well bring it up again tonight. He's still playing or starting each half in a position that he's really not designed to play, as Kirk Walters is out with mononucleosis now. And Jordan Hill's going to need a little more time to develop. 3-point shot, not going to fall. McClellan, Dewan with a big night on the boards. He's got 5 rebounds now, and he throws it away.
Tried to do too much on that play. He had Marcus Williams on his right wing, tried to force it down a little deeper. But no, just take what you get, advance the ball, that force the defense to move once, and then react to your pass and just keep it moving around.
Shot, a 3-pointer. Peterson now has 7 points in the contest.
Yeah, 6'10" kid from Glendale. Said his favorite food is Mexican. I bet he's not getting too much of that down in Birmingham, Alabama.
Well, not what he's used to in this state. That's for sure.
Right.
McClellan, all 3s on Sunday, all 2s tonight. He's got 6 points. 50-24, so the Wildcats halfway to their quest of 100 points. Not too much fast breaking tonight. That is an understatement. As we watch, we're taking a look at Mustafa Shakur. We keep a look at him. Mustafa on the break. Let's see if Williams gives it up to him. Instead, Marcus down the middle, puts it up, doesn't get it. And the rebound smartly snapped down by Joe Ross Merritt. Mustafa Shakur started the game just 10 points short of 1,000 in his career. He has, so far tonight, 6 points. So 4 more and he'll be in the 4-digit club.
Arizona picks up man-to-man, so watch the backdoor cuts.
Wide open at the top. They leave Peterson open again. Travis has knocked down 2 consecutive 3-pointers. 9 points for him. Make that 10 points for him. McClellan gives it out to Radenovich inside the top of the key. Nice, and the smooth jumper goes for Yvonne. Now with 8 points and 7 rebounds. 52-27. Arizona has led from the start of the contest. Repeat, Samford favored by both the press and the coaches to win the Ohio Valley Conference. Galena hits again.
They've come out shooting. Let's see that 1-3-1 stop shots like that because the defenders are already in position to cut on the wings.
Well, Luke was talking about some experimentation. McClellan, a driving man tonight. He was flying on Sunday and he's driving today. This is that Thanksgiving travel. Decided to take the car tonight, just 2 points at a time.
And now they come back out in the man-to-man. So now watch Samford run that Princeton offense. Notice how there are no Samford players down on the bottom part. All of a sudden somebody will make a backdoor cut, trying to make you fall asleep.
Galena off the Peterson pick. Rebound, McClellan. 6 boards for Jawan. Shakur down at the bottom. It will count. It'll go. He will go to the free throw line. 2 points shy of 1,000 in his Arizona career.
When Mustafa comes down the floor like that, looking around, he makes them honor him because they got to honor everybody else. He took it all the way. Arizona leading at this point, 56-30.
Wildcat fans, Arizona women's basketball is taking off in the 2006 season. Arizona returns 9 players and welcomes 5 newcomers, including 2 sets of twins ready to dominate the paint. Join us at McHale Center to watch the Wildcats play a competitive preseason schedule. Season tickets start at just $64. Call 621-CATS or visit ArizonaAthletics.com. If you can't make every game, ask about our Saturday Pac-10 pack. Arizona women's basketball, taking off.
At Pepper Viner Homes, we offer striking elevations and innovative floor plans to make your home more livable, more enjoyable. From our deeper porches to our gourmet kitchens, you'll find a plan that's just right for you. Then customize it with our unique Design Flex program, and you'll see how Pepper Viner offers more choice, more quality, more home.
Visit Sycamore Canyon, big, beautiful Pepper Viner homes in a carefully planned community, west of Harrison off Sahuarita Road.
Hey, Dad. Hey, sport. Can I borrow the new Tacoma tonight?
My Tacoma. Sure.
Sweet.
I need you to fill out these liability forms, 2 forms of picture ID, proof of insurance, and a list of personal references. Never be too sure.
Seems like everyone wants to drive the Toyota Tacoma. Get $750 cash back or 1.9% financing today on a rugged new Tacoma. Only at your Valley Toyota dealers. Toyota, moving forward.
Wildcat Basketball on FSN Arizona is brought to you by Jack Furrier's Western Tires. Name brand tires, no hidden extras. 11 area locations. Since 1960, Jack Furrier's Western Tire Centers. By the American Association of Motorcycle Injury Lawyers, the Law Tigers. By Perry Heating and Cooling. By RE/MAX, outstanding agents, outstanding results. And by BrakeMax. For money-saving coupons, visit BrakeMax.com. More than brakes, complete car care.
Back at McHale Center, a good look at the Eddie Lynch Pavilion on the north end. Arizona with 56 points, trying to make it 3 in a row in this building, scoring at least 100. Speaking of scoring at the line is Mustafa Shakur, trying to be the 40th player to score over 1,000 in his career. He's at 999. Of course, he's got a ways to go to catch the Elliott kids. Sean Elliott with 2,555. The number 2 scorer in history of the school sits next to me every night. Bob ended up with 2,125. And you get such names as Jason Gardner, Salim Stoudemire, Al Fleming. I know Bob, many kind thoughts about Al.
Yes, indeed. That was my partner.
Yep.
Played 3 years together here.
Mustafa is going to go back to the free throw line. So it could be an even 1,000 for a brief moment in history for Shakur.
We're talking about Al Fleming. Al is still the leading rebounder in school history.
That's because you were busy shooting.
I'm right behind him. Figure we had each other's back. Somebody missed, the other guy cleaned it up.
Shakur, jump, stop, put it up, doesn't fall. Ball is headed out of bounds, and it's going to go to the Wildcats. Nice effort, the dive by Joe Ross Merritt, who has 3 points tonight. 14-13 remain in the game.
Ooh, throw it lob to Radenovich.
McClellan is stuffed by Peterson. Jawan's going to drive it again, give it to Radenovich. Radenovich falls down, and apparently for reasons not associated with the Bulldogs. We'll put it that way.
You hate to see a foul not called, but you know when you're up 27, the officials are kind of letting them play.
Joe Ross Merritt driving to the basket on McClellan, and he's going to be called for the foul. Now here's McClellan, gets it to Radenovich. Now watch this.
Oh, work him, Luke. Luke's working the officials. He's in mid-season form.
Yep. Samford inbounds the basketball, trailing by 27 points. 13:38 remain in the contest. Smith. This is West. The redundancy is astounding as West misses and a foul. Boy, you talk about that would be a mismatch if there was an altercation. West at 6 foot. Radenovich considerably larger. Hey, Wildcat fans, don't miss the Quest Wildcats live postgame show for in-depth coverage, highlights, and interviews. Then afterwards, stay tuned for the Quest Wildcat Rewind show for the recap of the Arizona-Oregon game with the behind-the-scenes access and stories. We were there in the 40-degree weather. Boy, was that fun. Anyway, don't miss all of the U of A coverage continuing after the game, only on FSN Arizona. I should tell the Dale Hellestrae story from Saturday. Does our color for the Wildcat games. Williams spots it at the arc. The ball moving around on the floor. No, that was a head-first slide that time by Merritt. No call on that. 12 minutes, 52 seconds. I think you're right, Bob. The officials would like to see this one go away.
Yeah, they'd like letting them play. Man to man. There's your backdoor cut.
Yeah. That was actually run of perfection at the top of the high post. Peterson. Down low to Merritt.
That was the Princeton offense at its best.
Yeah, that was the signature play right there. Speaking of signature plays, Budinger with a jumper. Freshman now. Has 14 points on the night. One of 2 Wildcats. The other one is Marcus Williams. He has an identical number, 14 points. I don't think there'll be enough time on the clock for the Wildcats to get to 100 tonight. There's another backdoor cut again. Once again, it's Merritt. This time he's stuffed by Budinger as the Wildcats converge, 2 of them down at the low post. Here's Shakur. Gives it to Radenovich. Yes! But the big news on that, an absolutely wonderful assist for Mustafa Shakur.
Yes, Mustafa. In the first half, Mustafa was perfect as a point guard. 5 assists, no turnovers. Really made the team click offensively, starting right back up in the second half the same way.
West gets in the corner. Yep. Jerry Smith puts it in the basket. He now has 11 points on the night.
I think Luke decided to go with the man-to-man so that the team can get a chance to play that kind of defense against this type of team. This team's offense is similar to what ASU runs now and somewhat similar to Washington State. So when you schedule this kind of teams, what you're trying to do is to prepare yourself for the Pac-10 season.
The Wildcats going to the break, showing they can block it and they can knock it. We'll be back to McHale Center with Arizona handily ahead after this.
Hi, Tim Brown, and Brown & Brown Chevy is still the one for lower prices on new Chevy cars and trucks.
Lease a new 2007 Chevy Impala LS for just $199 a month, or buy a new 2007 Chevy Aveo, only $84.91. Plus, Brown & Brown will give you a 100,000-mile warranty on every new 2007 Chevy.
I want to see your face in the place.
Brown & Brown Chevy in downtown Mesa.
It's 2 great days of college football on FSN. Friday, Oregon battles Oregon State. And on Saturday, a classic rivalry for the Territorial Cup heats up when Rudy Carpenter leads the Sun Devil attack against Arizona in the duel in the desert. It's college football in HD on FSN, presented by Kyocera this Friday and Saturday.
Coming up Sunday on FSN. Best Damn gets outrageous.
The band is out on the field.
We've got the craziest.
Oh, baby.
Wildest.
Oh, my goodness. Rodman just kicked the photographer.
Most exciting, most incredible moments in sports history.
He brought the whole goal down.
It's the top 50 most outrageous moments, Best Damn style.
Put that in practice, folks.
Sunday on FSN.
You're watching FSN Arizona.
Welcome back as Arizona enjoys a very comfortable lead. I've talked a lot about the Princeton offense. First of all, notice how there's a lot of space under here, which makes it eligible for a backdoor. Watch 2 guys. Watch the cut up. Watch the backdoor cut. Nice bounce pass. You're utilizing that space near the basket where nobody was. The cut backdoor, good execution that time by Samford.
Well, that's what they will do, and their opponents in the Ohio Valley Conference will see a lot of that. Jerry Smith with 11 points tonight so far. Their next opponent will be at home in Birmingham against Ohio. That'll be on the 28th on Tuesday night. Same night the Wildcats will play Nevada, Las Vegas here at McHale Center.
UNLV sporting a father-son duo. The head coach and the shooting guard, Kruger, that transferred from ASU. And under a special rule, he did not have to sit out this year.
There's always a special rule.
Everything.
Shakur looking to get the ball into Budinger inside the paint, and he is fouled.
Fouls on Randall Williams, his third, 15.
Lute expressing before the game, there are lots of things to consider yet for this team. That's why it's all this preseason game. Tonight we're seeing a completely different look than on Sunday against New Mexico State when the Wildcat starters played virtually the whole game. Wise pops it up, doesn't go. Not his best shot. That's part of what the freshman's going to learn, Bob, is taking your good shots.
Yeah, getting involved with the team does not mean scoring. It means blending, chemistry. It's that intangible that you can't tell on paper, but you can find it out on the floor.
Dillon applying the pressure defensively now for Arizona. Kick it outside. It's going to be a charge on the Bulldogs. Brian Friday, the 6'6" freshman out of Grapevine, Texas. Have another look.
Watch Wise slide to your screen from the right side. Give up the body. That's one way to get back into good graces of the coaches. Okay, I take a bad shot on one end. I give my body up on this end. Nick is hoping that the coaches call that a wash. My guess is it's not quite a wash.
Not quite yet. He needs to do that at least twice.
You need a 2-for-1.
An offensive rebound would not hurt right now either. Cats shooting considerably better, 55%, limiting the Bulldogs to 30% so far tonight. Buttinger. Over to Shakur. Still just 2 points shy of 1,000. Here it comes. Shakur still doesn't have it. Rebound to Galena. And he gets the ball to Smith. 61-36, 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Griffin at the point in the ball game. Griffin left alone at the top of the key. Misses badly. Here comes Mustafa. He's got fire in his eyes this time. There's 1,000 points.
+1.
Yep.
1001.
40th Wildcat to achieve that status. And not caring about any of that is Randall Galena. Hits a three. Makes the crowd very quiet here again.
Galena's not averaging 24 points a game for nothing.
No, he's got a good shot. And here comes Mustafa Shakur now. He's putting some distance between that milestone and him. And we have a timeout at McHale Center with 9:13 remaining in the game. The Wildcats out in front of the Samford Bulldogs, 66-39. So Mustafa Shakur, a preseason John Wooden Award Watch All-American team. And now with 104 games, and that's how long it took him to get to over 1,000 points. So Mustafa's night continues. 9:13 to be exact. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back to McHale Center.
The family member with the most to say will change every month. But with Singular's Family Talk, it doesn't matter. Get a big bundle of minutes to share, and months when you don't use them all, keep them with rollover. That's the fairest deal in wireless. Add a line for $9.99, plus buy an ultra-thin Samsung phone for $29.99 and get 3 free. Only from Singular, raising the bar.
Shouldn't we have pushed this to a gas station? No. First things first.
First things first, indeed. The A1 Thick and Hearty Burger is back. The double meat burger with bacon, grilled onions, and bold A1 Thick and Hearty sauce.
Are you guys even pushing?
What a burger! Just like you like it.
Back at McHale Arena, Arizona over Samford, 66-39 as Arizona keeps its distance from the visiting team. The beginning of the season, Mustafa Shakur made it clear that this was going to be a different season for him. Lute Olson said he thought it was going to be his finest. Along the way, he wanted to get that 1,000 points. But to him, it's all about team. He says it's all going to be measured up when he gets to Atlanta. That's all that matters.
Well, he's getting some well-deserved rest now. He's had a big night as the Wildcats now come back out. They got Wise and Dillon at the guards. They also have a chance now at this point in the game to bring in Jordan Hill, so he gets a little opportunity. Galena with 16 points tonight. Bob, the Bulldogs doing a much better job shooting this half. They're shooting 6 of 10 from three-point range as they pick up the turnover. The Wildcats are just 1 of 6 from outside the arc in this half. Friday. Peterson. There's your backdoor cut to Galena, but he fell down, went away. We mentioned that Jordan Hill was going to need some more seasoning. He's getting an opportunity to play tonight. Sean, what's up with him?
Well, in the game against New Mexico State, we were a little concerned with that hand of his that he hit against the backboard. At first thought it was broken, then they were calling it a sprain. As tonight he doesn't even have it wrapped up. As you just see, you saw him get something done there under the basket. And he's ready to go. He's been waiting for a chance to get back on the floor after the disappointment the coaches felt the other night. He wants to be a part of this rotation. Back over to you guys.
Well, the opportunity for him is golden right now. Again, with Kirk Walters out with mononucleosis, as Galena hits another three. That is the 7th three-point shot hit by the Bulldogs this half. It's now a 68-44 game.
Well, Dave, I talked to Kirk before the game, and he said that what he's dealing with is, I guess, when you have mononucleosis, you're watching out for the spleen. It's a 21-day period. Once you get past that, hopefully you're okay. He's hoping he can come back by the San Diego State game.
The freshman from Atlanta, Jordan Hill, saying happy Thanksgiving, delivering into the basket.
Nissan asks, what's your resolution? More capability, style, power, space. How about saving money during Nissan's National Year-End Sales Event? Save $3,200 on the 2006 Nissan Altima Special Edition. This offer ends soon. Get to your Nissan dealer now and resolve to save.
For complete car care, you can just relax when you bring your car here to Brake Max.
All 11 Brake Maxes are celebrating the new Rita Ranch Brake Max with a fall maintenance special for only $49.99 or lifetime brakes for $79.99.
Brake Max does so much more than brakes. Shocks, belts, water pumps, whatever it takes. You're right, Max. You know the facts. For complete car care, come to Brake Max.
Now on Houghton near Rita Ranch. For money-saving coupons, go to BrakeMax.com.
Let me tell you this, pal. The Fritos chili cheese wrap is a full meal.
Totally, yeah. All wrapped up, and then you got the Fritos, the chili, that cheese. It's a hearty thing.
Absolutely, man. It's a full meal and a tortilla. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Really?
Ask. Yeah.
Cool, I'm going to have your tots then. Is that cool?
What? No, it's
Okay, yeah, they're coming back down to earth there, Screamy.
Fritos chili cheese wrap, only at Sonic. Fritos corn chips with chili and cheese and a side of tots, just $2.99. Give a reloadable My Sonic card today. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Night before a holiday, everybody gets to stay up late tonight. The Cats, 15th ranked in the country, out in front of the Samford Bulldogs, 68-44. Folks, the biggest football game in the state is coming Saturday, and you can see it only here on FSN Arizona. It's the Wildcats and the Sun Devils annual Gridiron Grudge match, and it takes place in Tucson. Kickoff is set for 4 o'clock, and later that night, tune in for the Duel in the Desert post-game show at 9:30 for all the highlights, interviews, and analysis. The Duel in the Desert, ASU at the University of Arizona, Saturday at 4, and only here on FSN Arizona. Freshman Wise with the miss, and as soon as the ball comes down, there's another foul.
I think Jordan Hill has a pair of shorts that are about a size too big. Because the poor man, every time he moves, he has to keep sliding them up.
Well, Jordan at 6'9", possibly still growing. Just a freshman. With his free throw, he has 3 points tonight. There he goes. It's like watching, looking at the Empire State Building. Here's the first floor. There's the top. There's the observation deck. And Hill makes them both. He's got 4 points. The Cats extend their lead to 70 points to 44. Yeah, 30 points in 7 minutes and 44 seconds. Not out of the question, but Cats going to play some great defense. West moves it down to Smith. Back out. Peterson, who's been dangerous from out here. Misses that time. Fendi Anaban into the ball game for the Wildcats. Peterson thought about another three. Nice drive right by Hill. Back out to Friday. Brian Friday with a three-point shot. Those are his first points of the night as Daniel Dillon down at the other end puts it up and in.
Good aggressive offensive move that time by Daniel.
Those are Daniel's first 2 points on the night, 72-47, 7 minutes remaining in the contest. Samford up again on Tuesday night against Ohio at home. Cats here against UNLV. And by the way, you can see that game right here on FSN Arizona. It will be live, as always. Hill went down to play some defense, and even though it seemed like a mismatch, still getting the best of it was Jerry Smith. He gets the bucket and will have a chance to shoot a free throw.
Jerry gives a little pump fake, then goes and draws the foul with the body. So watch Jerry cut. Here's your backdoor cut. I watch him pump fake. Oh, okay, bumping with the body. Foul's already there. Now he just puts the ball up on the glass. Oh, it goes in. Chance to make the three-point play.
Smith out of Pecaine, Mississippi. Came in averaging 10 points per game. Doesn't make the free throw. Only 2 points for him on the play. Nick Wise playing the point now and throws it away. Into the passing lane went Randall Galena, who has 19 points tonight. Six minutes, 35 seconds remain in this one, 72-49. Clellan again. Interesting contrast tonight, Bob. We've said it several times. He had 7 threes on Sunday. He's hit 5 deuces tonight.
Talking about threes, Samford's going after a McHale Center record from threes attempted.
And a foul is going to be on the Wildcats. Radenovich picks up his first personal foul. By the way, Yvonne just 1 rebound away from a double-double tonight.
You see that little bump in the lane? Yeah, Radenovich and Peterson, wasn't exactly like a love tap, but.
Well, they've been going at it at the high post, and now they're down low. Tell you what, Peterson makes Radenovich run a little bit. Nice jump hook that time by Galena. Randall with 21 points now for the Bulldogs, and it's 74-51. Solid ball clip, playing what they play, and they did not get off to a good shooting start in the first half, Bob. Wise off the glass, it falls. It's an offensive foul on the freshman.
The two entirely different defensive schemes by Arizona. In the first half, when they took that big lead, everything was zones. Now they're playing man-to-man. Well, that's more into the comfort zone of Samford. I guess from that angle, you couldn't really see it, but the call was making you drop that shoulder into the defensive player, and that's why Nick got called for the offensive foul.
Well, as you see, Bob, the Wildcats tonight struggling with their man-to-man defense. It makes you wonder that possibly why they don't perform the full court press quite yet. McClellan on the backside with the rebound. He was fouled. It's going to be called on Curtis West. It'll be his second personal foul. Three-point attempts per game was taken by LaSalle a while ago, 39. And so far, these Bulldogs have taken 37. Odds are they're going to set a record tonight.
They were taking so many in the first half because they were sitting there out trying to shoot on top of the zone. 23 of those attempts came from Samford in the first half. Now that they've gotten a chance to get into their man-to-man offense, they're looking for the backdoor cut first, which means they're not going to be shooting the three as many. But I'd put money on them. 527, at least 3 more going up from behind the arc.
You'll be seeing this young man in an interview with Sean Mooney in our Quest Live program immediately following this game tonight. McClellan makes 2 free throws. He's got 12 points in it. 76-51. 5:26 remaining in the game.
So now they're back in the zone again. So see, automatically Samford has to run a whole different offensive scheme. And that's how you break it. Nice block by Jawan on the help out. Remember, against the zone, the weakness is right in the middle. You get somebody into the middle, it's like going into the heart, right into the middle of the zone. You can, at that point, all 5 guys are hot, eligible to score.
Daniel Dillon down low. Basket made. Fendi on a bomb, but credit Daniel Dillon with the board, the good drive, and the good dish. Talking about Jamal McClellan with that block a moment ago. He's had his tied his career high for rebounds tonight. He's credited with 8. 12 points to go along with that, so he's in range for a double-double. Under 5 minutes to go here at McHale Center. Curtis West with the 3-point shot. He bags it. Now he has 5 points on the night. Dillon. Not a single starter into the ball game for the Wildcats, with the exception of this man right now, Jamal McClellan. Wise outside the perimeter. The Cats slowing it down at their own right. Freshman with the drive, takes it out to Onabon. Fendi, left-hander, up and in. Nice drive by Fendi, and the wonderful sense of touch with the left hand.
What I like about that was that Fendi had to come from the outside on the perimeter, face the basket, and make the move. He came here as a post player, used to play with his back to the basket. Now he's learned how to play facing the basket. Nice move by Fendi that time.
3 minutes, 34 seconds to go.
And there's the record.
Yep, McClellan at the other end of it. That's his now personal best as a rebounder for Arizona. (80-54). Wise knocks it down for 3. The freshman on the scoreboard.
Good to see Nick get that stroke back. He was stroking it really well in the red-blue scrimmage early on. Then all of a sudden we got into some real game situations. Looked like he lost his confidence a little bit. Looks like the confidence is back.
Oh, a little street basketball now. Curtis West knocks it down for 3. So let's now see how far we can shoot it.
Gotta let it fly. Like teeing it up. At a city course when you have nothing to worry about on the outside.
That's right.
You let it go. So what if you're 2 fairways over? There you go. Ooh.
And Jordan Hill does not get it, but he is fouled. You're taking a look at the breakdown, the shooting breakdown tonight of the Bulldogs. 41 threes and just 14 shots that weren't threes. Tells you heaps. Hill will be at the line when we come back. 2:36 to go. Wildcats 83, Samford 57. Things well in hand.
Coming up after tonight's game on Quest Wildcats Live, get a complete breakdown of Arizona's showdown with Samford, with in-depth analysis and player interviews, plus reactions from the post-game news conference. Only on Quest Wildcats Live, tonight after the game.
The International Fight League semifinal action continues as the Anacondas and the Wolfpack battle for a chance at the championship in the world's first team fighting league. The International Fight League, Sunday on FSN.
Hey, it's me, Mark. Still living in my center for 7 days. Tonight, I'm having my buddies over, so I thought I'd get the place all cleaned up.
You only put in $5.29.
Look, man, the sign says free car wash with fill-up, and that's what I did.
But you only put in $5.29.
I've been driving this car around for 4 days. It only cost me $5.29 to top it off. Look, do you want me to start to make funny noises?
Next.
I win. My next generation Nissan Sentra.
Thank you, Mr. Ursom. Thank you, Mrs. McGuire. Thank you, Mr. Giampapa. Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Jack Furrier's Western Tire Centers. Me and my car's best friend.
A little over 2.5 to go in this one. Dave sitting along with Bob Elliott, Sean Mooney, all of us at FSN Arizona wishing you and yours the best this Thanksgiving weekend. Hey, the UNLV Rebels come to the McHale Center to take on Lute Olson and the Wildcats. That's the Runnin' Rebels at Arizona, Tuesday night at 8:30 here only on FSN Arizona. patty cake for dessert tomorrow.
A little feature Wildcat there. Got the little ribbons in her hair.
Yep. We'll find out if those Rebels are still running.
We shall.
Because I'm not sure if they're even called the Running Rebels anymore. Are they? They were for a long time after Jerry Tarkanian left. But they might be just rebelling right now and not necessarily running while they're rebelling. And we've resisted temptation tonight. There's been no references to a 1960s and 70s situation comedy tonight starring Red Fox. We've not done that. No,
yet.
No.
Still 2:34 left. Well, everybody's down there on the floor.
I like that. And it's going to possession arrow over to the Bulldogs. Because if this university had a little boy. All right, 84-57, 2:26 to go. All week long. And in all fairness, a lot of people are wondering where Samford is located. Some confusion with other American icons with similar sounding names. Friday, back out top to Peterson. Big kid from Glendale. They shoot it back outside for the three-point shot. That is a tanker. Jordan Hill with the rebound for the Cats. Nick Wise will finish up the point guard for Arizona. Going to be pretty soon a David Baggett time out here tonight. Dillon moves it into Hill. Nice work down low post, but cannot put it down. Did all the right things with his body, Bob, and then he could not turn around and put it in the hole. 1:43 to go. The Cats will not reach 100 points tonight. They may not reach 90. And he contributed quite a bit of that to the very deliberate nature of the offense. And there's going to be a foul on Daniel Dillon, and that will allow us into, you've got it, Baggett time. Need a horn here. Here he comes. There you see David Baggett. Crowd favorite when he gets in. There was a time there was a whole bench full of Gumbies. He is now Gumby himself now. And sophomore averaging 3 points per game. Comes in, makes his three-point shot. Everybody goes crazy. Outstanding member of the team. Went to Mater Dei High School. He'll have a teammate join Arizona next year. And of course, one of his coaches went to Mater Dei, so there's quite a connection. Miles Simon went there.
Baga has been in one game prior to this and is 1 for 1 from the field on a three-pointer.
Yep.
And I just feel it that he's going to launch one again and make it good.
And I think his grade point average is like a 9 on a 4-point scale, too. Might as well mention that.
Yeah, he helps the team GPA big time.
Boy, does he. Bulldogs have a chance to move some of their guys. Savoy Frayne is in for them. Mohamed Tangera in for the Wildcats, going to finish up tonight. All right, so Wise will be asked by everybody to get the ball into the arms of Baga. Every time he gets the ball, they're going to ask him to shoot. Instead, Fendi Onabon looks for it. Wise along the baseline, sends it back outside to Onabon. Fendi misses. Rebound to Jim Griffin and the Bulldogs. All right, Baga's going to have one opportunity to take a shot. It'll be the next possession for the Wildcats. And there's the break by Onabon. Here is.
Come on.
Boom.
What?
That's nice. Just, you don't need to show him up at this point of the game. Just put the ball in the hole, score your points.
Oh, that's a curveball. The young man has major hops.
Yes, he does.
He can get up in the air with the best of them.
In the final seconds of an 86-57 game, though.
Yes.
That's all the better time to do it.
Bring it home with your best move.
All right. Here comes another three-point shot by Curtis West. It's not going to fall. The Cats with the rebound. They will not be allowed to take a shot.
And David Baggett did not get an attempt.
Nope. Doesn't matter. Wildcats with the victory tonight move to 3-1 on the year. They win it 86-57 here at McHale Center tonight.